There's a massive Comic-Con happening in Laredo. They need your protection.
I saw Karate Kid once on TV. Should I take him out?
I say yes. Let's power up.
It's morphin' time. You guys got really quiet.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the second day of the Stce's Comic-Con. I know why you're here, so I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's go ahead and introduce our guests as if you didn't know who they are. First of all, starting off with Mr. David Fielding. You know him better as the voice of Zordon. The lovely and very talented Karan Ashley, but you know her better as the Yellow Ranger. And last but certainly not least, your Red Ranger, Austin St. John.
What time is it?
Somebody tell me.
It's morphin' time!
That's got to be louder than that, Laredo. Come on.
That's what I'm talking about.
What time is it?
It's morphin' time!
Yes.
Thank you so much for showing up here in Laredo, and I hope that you've been enjoying already the first day. We've been hearing a lot of great stuff. Obviously, a lot of people are expecting you guys and looking forward to you guys. What has been your reception here so far in Laredo?
Amazing. I'm partial because Texas and all Comic-Cons in Texas are amazing. But the love yeah, right? You guys are awesome. Awesome. You know, the love we get here in Laredo is so sweet and so kind, and I'm so happy that it's probably one of my first cons, you know, down here. So it's nice to meet a lot of new faces, and also some faces I've met before. You guys are traveling around to meet us, so thank you. Thank you for the love.
This is my first time down here, and it's been absolutely fantastic. I hope I get to come back and meet everybody again. I mean, everybody here has been just so wonderful, so thank you very much.
And I'll say that, I mean, there's something about you guys are awesome, and I love the GoPro on your head. That's cool.
I like that.
We've been kind of working, basically getting bigger and bigger. We've had David already here. We've had Walter as well. And obviously having you guys is a big piece of the puzzle as well. How often do you guys get to see each other on a yearly basis? I mean, do you guys ever get together in one place, either for fun or for, you know, for a show? Is there anything like that?
I mean, I've only been back since April, May. So, like, May last year was my first appearance in probably 15 years. And I can tell you that since I've been back, my schedule's been insane. I know theirs has been too. So getting us all in the same place at the same time really depends on a convention big enough to get us all in one place at the same time. I'd love to see them. I see a lot. I've met a lot of the new guys, even though I haven't seen their episodes. And they've been amazing. You know, some of the newest guys, I can't remember his name, the little Green Ranger guy. That's horrible. No, not Azim. Azim is awesome. I met him too. But a few others that have really been cool. So, and I got back together with these guys. So, Hector was cool. He was, you know, front flips over, you know, dividers in the Comic-Con. So he was great to see. But these guys and others like him. So a little bit at a time.
Yeah, like you said, it's like a convention bringing us all together. We try to get together, but it's like literally I text people and go, hey, let's have breakfast, let's have lunch, and they're like, oh, I'm gone this weekend, you know, to Comic-Con. So it's very difficult. But when I get home, I'm actually having brunch with the girls, with Catherine Sutherland and Nikita Paris. So we make time for each other for sure.
It's really been sort of a Back to the Future thing for me because my first real big con was Power Morphin Con this past August, and that was the first time I'd seen Austin and David and Walter in the original cast for like 20 years, and met up with Barbara Dixon, who was Rita, and Karan Mahan. But so it's been really great to reconnect with these guys after 20 plus years. Awesome.
And that leads to my next question. You know, here we are 20 plus years already. and we're still talking about the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Maybe, exactly, the fans, that's what I was going to say. It's probably as popular or maybe even more popular. You've got, Power Ranger groups, showing up throughout the country. We've got actually Power Ranger conventions. We've got, newsletters. We've got clubs. Did you know when you made this show? Did you know when they called you up, Austin, Karan, and David, hey, 20 years later, I'm still going to be talking about this? I've asked this question many times, but what goes through your mind when that happens, man?
Unbelievable. I went on, I finished my bachelor's degree, then I got another degree in emergency medicine. And I went off to the Middle East, 12 years in the Washington, D.C., Northern Virginia area working as a medic, another 4 years in the Middle East, attached to military operations as a DOD medic. And I thought the show was over for me. I wasn't on social media. I had no idea Comic-Cons even existed. And I was on the Iraqi-Kuwaiti border talking with Walter Jones, just kind of catching up like we do once a year or so. He's like, dude, you're not going to believe what I'm doing. You should come back to the convention circuit. And I was like, but what? What are you talking about? He's like, our fans, they've grown up. I was like, no, they haven't. Stop. What are you talking about? And next thing I know, he's telling me about all these stories that some of you guys have passed on to him about what's going on with some of the stories and where you were in your lives that I know that we've all heard. And it blew me away. And I thought, okay, well, let me get back to the States, heal up some injuries. Took about a month and a half off, and then I entered the Comic-Con circuit, and I was like, I'll do one show. Turned into like 20 plus shows, a global tour. And now I'm completely back into the movie business, compliments to you guys. So I'm loving meeting these guys and hearing their stories, and they never left the biz. These guys are still on top of it. I'm like, how do I do this again? Somebody help me out.
That's funny. No, I always say it's because of you guys. It's like the fans literally have kept Power Rangers like at an all-time high. It was funny because we started doing conventions. I would do 1 or 2 conventions a year, and that kind of went on for about 5-6 years. Then I did, a couple conventions, and we had like these enormous lines, and we were like, okay, what's going on? There's something in the water. And they were like, we were watching it today. And then the next person was like, we were watching it today. And we were like, where are you watching it? They were like, Netflix. And I think when it got re-released on Netflix, it was like a resurgence because now all of you that love this show have kids